What's up, guys? Welcome to Goose Island. Just kidding. I'm thinking about actually changing my name to that. That is kind of like, well, I got the box of the speakers that I bought. I kind of have it on top of a chair just to hold up a speaker because I need a backlight speaker. But anyways, yeah. Of course, behind it I have Goose Island Drawer. I don't know. I think that's like a sort of brand or something. My friend he just decided to just bring it just because I'm called Goose, and yeah, there you go. I think I'm gonna have it in every single one of my videos. Alright, so anyways, let's get into the video. I want to discuss the Dark Souls series, mainly Dark Souls 3, which as of the recording of this video is coming out today. I have like 5-6 hours left to wait. I can't wait. I'm like freaking hyped as hell. Also, what I'm going to be discussing this video is that I bought a bundle. I bought the bundle for Dark Souls 3 with the Steam controller. Alright, if it still goes on even after the release, I suggest you guys go on ahead and get this because it's actually half off. The game, the bundle is pretty much $85, so you're pretty much buying the game for full price, at the usual $60, and you paying just an extra $25 for this. This is normally like, I think another $50 on its own, so like that's pretty good. Alright, so about the controller. This thing is awesome. At first I was skeptical about it because it only has like one control stick, and the right stick is basically really this. It's a touchpad. And even the D-pad, this is the D-pad, it is also pretty much a touchpad. At least they click down, but you really don't need to click down on them. You just touch them. Anyways, this is in fact though a really good controller. I'm very pleasantly surprised. But yet, this is going to sound weird now. It could still have been improved in like almost every single way, but yet it is still a really good controller. Alright, so for example, let me give an example of what could have been improved, or like it's still fine either way. It does not have vibration in the traditional sense. Instead, what you have is what Valve calls HD haptics, like haptic feedback. Whenever you're using the touchpads, you could you could turn it off if you want, like in the settings, but when you actually have it on, you feel like some sort like a small vibration whenever you are using the touchpads. I'm guessing it's because they just wanted you to know that it's registering for either one of these two. But yeah, normally people, they would want a control stick for the right thumb, but that's definitely one thing I'm perfectly fine with, though. That does not actually need to be improved. It's the right trackpad. It's actually very precise, very, very, very good. And the D-pad though, the D-pad is still good, although I haven't really tried it too much with fighting games. You probably just need to get used to it. But yeah, I prefer like actually being able to click down on each side, but instead it just like the whole thing clicks down. You know what I'm saying? The shoulder buttons as well though, these definitely do not need to be improved. These feel fantastic, and they just click down so fast. That's what I wish that the face buttons, like especially these A, B, X, and Y, maybe even the start and select buttons, I just wish that they actually click down like really fast. I don't know, I'm just like really used to using a mechanical keyboard and really, really responsive keys. And yeah, as for any other downsides, it uses batteries, but like that's not really going to bother me too much because I have any rechargeable batteries. I mean, honestly, most everyone should have rechargeable AA batteries, so you could save a lot of money and not have to change them out so damn often. But yeah, it says that it could last like, I don't know how many hours, like 80 hours on the same AA batteries, so yeah, I'll have to see about that. Overall, I couldn't really give a full review about it, but overall, I'd still have to score it high. Some things could have been better, but it still ends up being a great gamepad anyways. If you are skeptical about it, because it's a really, really unique gamepad, don't be. It's still really, really great. I'd have to give it pretty much a 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but still very much recommended. I mean, if anything, I was going right through. Oh yeah, now to discuss Dark Souls. We're gonna get into the real bread and butter of this video, and still involving the gamepad. I was going right through Dark Souls 1, which is, you know, not an easy game, and you need a really should have at least a decent controller to be able to handle it. And I still had a fun time with it. For the release of Dark Souls 3, I decided to do like a sort of naked run in the game. And no, I'm not talking about naked in real life. I'm talking about naked inside the game, of course. Freaking no armor, no rings. Well, there was like a couple of places that you kind of need to use rings, otherwise you literally just cannot get past them. But besides that, pretty much like a 99% full-on like naked run, just for that added challenge and maybe even some practice for Dark Souls 3. And I gotta say, if anything, as for impressions of that naked run, I'd recommend you do that too. It's a great added challenge. I honestly think it's even more of a challenge than friggin' New Game Plus, because the New Game Pluses, honestly, they're not really that much different. Everything takes a lot more hits and they hit you a bit harder, but like your stats are much higher anyway. So yeah, and the gamepad still it led me right through it like nothing. And now I'm ready for Dark Souls 3, and I'm actually gonna be using armor. That's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, I'm gonna feel like a sort of freaking primitive barbarian or something, because like, you know, I played as a deprived class. They used the club. You know, so that I could start off naked already in the beginning, like wearing armor for the first time after a long time since last playing a Dark Souls game. It's gonna be like a caveman discovering fire for the first time. I mean, it's gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna be like, ooga booga, this armor keep me alive longer in fights? I don't have to roll as much anymore. And yeah, there's one more last thing. Of course, while I normally play the games as like a single player game, I normally go through them solo, I just do. If you guys want to play with me, just hit me up on Steam or whatever. I should go ahead and give my Steam name. I'm gonna put it in the description. And yeah, and we'll play together. And just in case, there's only the PC version. I do not have Dark Souls 3 on the console, so if you guys only have that version, then sorry, I can't play with you guys. But yeah, hit me up.